afternoon. I am here in my kitchen the day after Hurricane Elsa came through. She didn't even as much as leave a branch on my yard. Absolutely no damages. The power didn't go off. For that, I'm very, very thankful. One of my friends had posted a comment on my YouTube video about the hurricane, asking if I was going to share some of the treasures that I found on my walk. And this morning I washed everything out of my bucket. I soak all my shells and shark's teeth in a 50% bleach water mixture just to get all the yucky whatever from red tide and the ocean water off of them. And I laid them all out. If you can't tell, I'm slightly type A in how I tend to lay out all of my beach treasures. But I did want to show you some of the cool finds. Over here, I have oyster shells. I use these for wind chimes. I have some cockle shells that I put a charm in and use as earrings. Calico clams I use as necklaces and earrings. The scallop shells here, some of them are jewelry grade, what I consider jewelry grade, where I'll turn into necklaces and earrings. Others have some imperfections like this, but work really well on a wind chime, or to be painted to use on mermaid crowns. Others, like the white ones, I use for my snowmen Christmas ornaments. Here's a little bit of sea glass. It's really hard to find sea glass down here. It's not nearly as common as it is up in New England. So any sea glass that I find, I absolutely collect. And these teeny tiny scallop shells I use in keychains. I absolutely love the size difference between, look at my fingertip, compared to those little tiny shells, and compared to the bigger ones up above it. These shells are fun. We normally don't collect these. However, my daughter Emma, she goes by Steph on her YouTube channel, Cupcake Corgi. But I can never remember to use her code name, so I'm just going to call her Emma, or else I have to redo my video about 20 times. But anyway, she loves Harry Potter, and she thinks that these shells look just like the Marauders map, and she is so true. So I found some more of them yesterday, and I collected those for her. This one is a heart, and I collect and keep all the shells that are kind of in the shape of a heart for myself. I love to put them on my dresser. Florida Fighting conch shells. Now, quick note about these. It is illegal to live shell down here. When you collect these shells, you have to make sure that the creature is no longer in there. If the creature is in there, throw the shell back into the water. All of these were washed up on the beach last night. All of these I got last night. This one is not a keeper for me after I wash them out. I'm very picky with what shells I keep. I do sell these by the half dozen and by the dozen on my Etsy shop. So this one is not one that I would be comfortable selling. So what I do is I put it back in my bag, I bring it back to the beach, and I put it right back on the sand for somebody else to pick up and take home, or for another creature to crawl in there and make it their home. This is a really cool rock that I found yesterday, and as you can see, there was a piece of coral originally on there. I love these just to use as display at craft shows. You can put a pen in there, use it as a pen holder on your desk. I use them to photograph jewelry, tons of uses. This is something that Emma found the other day, and it's just a rock with a shark's tooth fossilized in there. There's no way that tooth is coming out of there at all. And she thought it was really cool. I have one similar, and she's going to have it in her bedroom, so that way she doesn't steal mine anymore. This is a fossil of a turtle shell. Look at that. You can see the design of the turtle shell on there. You can see the marrow there, and then the back. Isn't that cool? I have a lot of these. I collect all the ones that I can because I just love them. I don't do anything with them besides have them in a clear mason jar right now, but I love them. This is a fossil of a seashell. Very, very cool. This is some sort of leg bone, probably of a sea turtle. You can see the bone shape there. It's probably a femur or a tibia maybe, but it has the marrow there. This is a barnacle, just a really cool barnacle that came off of somewhere and I found on the beach last night. And then these are all my shark's teeth. Look at all those shark's teeth. Some full, some partial. I do so much work with shark's teeth. I have fossil bags that I put them in. The shark's teeth that aren't totally jewelry grade for necklaces and earrings. I put in resin to make resin art out of, as well as these fossils I use in fossil bags. I have these long skinny ones are stingray barbs. You can see this one has a little barb. You can see the barbs on it right there. Let's see if I can get it to focus for you. There we go. You can see those barbs really well right there. What else is there? Oh, pufferfish mouth plates. So I sell fossil bags. They have a little shark stamped on them. Here's another pufferfish mouth plate. And you get stingray barbs, pufferfish mouth plates, shark's teeth, a whole bunch of fun stuff in there. Pieces of turtle shell like this, which is a smaller piece. And then the shark's teeth. The other day I posted pictures of this massive Mako tooth that I found. It is hard to tell in the picture how big it actually is, but for me, this is a big find, especially when you consider the fact that this is a normal find. I'm excited if I can come home with 20 of these each beach walk. And you can see it's probably not even, it's right around maybe half an inch in length, and look at the difference between this one and this massive one, just to show you the difference in size. And these little babies that I bring home, that little baby shark's tooth compared to that shark's tooth, you can see why I was so excited about that big tooth. That one I'm going to make into a necklace for myself and wear at SharkCon, I think. The rest of these, like I said, will be used in keychain or jewelry or resin art. Some of these teeth up here are actually barracuda teeth, not shark's teeth, but I love to keep those and use those in fossil bags as well. These shells I normally don't collect. They're very heavy and I find them honestly ugly, but I'm doing resin art now and I'm going to experiment with painting turtles on the inside of there and pouring resin in there to see how that comes out. Same with these large cockle shells over here. I've tried pouring candle wax in them before to make candles. That did not work. But I'm going to try pouring resin in there to see if it works better and if I like the look. And then I can sell them as little things that you put on your dresser and put your rings or your earrings in. But anyway, that is a quick glance at my haul. This is a book that I use, Fossilized Shark's Teeth and Fossils. And as well as this guide, Shells of Florida and the Gulf of Mexico. By now, the kids and I pretty much have all the shells and teeth and fossils memorized, but I did want to show you the books that I use. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day.